Hello YouTube, hope you guys are doing absolutely well. So today we aren't building any end-to-end dashboard, but instead we'll be discussing a wonderful topic about how we can forecast future instances using Tableau. That is how we can use Tableau for generating time series forecast based on the data we have. So this video will be very interesting to watch. So watch this video till the end to get most value out of it. And let's get started. So let's talk about the data which we have or the data which we'll be using in this tutorial. So considering we are just focusing on time series forecasting, I have just trimmed this data set. So the parent data set of this is Superstore data set, which is available on Kaggle or any other website. So I've just kept this country. Then we have customer ID, which is unique identifier for each of the customer. We have order date, on which date the order has been placed, the order ID, product ID for that particular product ordered, the region, whether it's south of US or west of US or central US. Then we have segment. So whether the product falls in customer segment or corporate section or home office section. Then shipping date, on which date the product has been shipped, state, from which state the order has been placed. You can see the customer, this particular customer had ordered from Kentucky, this particular customer had ordered from California, Florida, and likewise. We have subcategories like bookcases, chairs, labels. Now, these are the most important columns which we'll be using in our tutorial, like discount, profit, quantity, and sales. Now, we have this order date with us, which is from, let's see, what is the date available with us. So you can see we have date from 2014 to 2017. So we have the months, like we have all the months in each of the year. So what we'll be doing in this tutorial is based on these dates, like the data from 2014 to 17, we'll be producing or we'll be forecasting the future events. What will be the future profit? What will be the forecasted quantity, sales, profit for, let's say, 2018 or 2019 as well. So based on this data, we'll be forecasting what will be the profit, quantity, sales in 2018 or 2019. So let's start importing our data into our Tableau. So since our data is in CSV file, we'll just click on this text file, and from our desktop where I've placed my data set, I'll just import this to our Tableau. So as you can see, our data has been imported properly, and we can see the data preview available here. You can change the data type as per your convenience. Now we'll just move towards building our sheet number one. Now, since in this tutorial we are only focused on how we can use Tableau for time series forecasting, we'll be just building our visualization in the sheet number one and simply take our sheet onto our dashboard, and we'll be using some filters and color combinations that would be in the later part. Now, for time series forecasting, first and foremost thing which you need is the date data. So here I'll be considering this order date. You can also consider this ship date as per your client requirements. So for now, we'll be just considering this order date, the date on which the customer had actually placed an order for any product. So firstly, I'll just take my order date in columns. Now here, automatically Tableau computes the month, year, day, and the quarter as a hierarchy. So if you want to access month, you can just click on this plus one, it will pop up quarter. If you again click on plus, it will pop up month. And if you'll click on plus again, it will be showing the day, which is the lowest level of hierarchy which Tableau has computed. Now I am interested in quarter. I want to see what is the performance of my products, or what is the profit, what is the quantity, discount based on each of the quarter in each of the year. So I'll be removing this year, I'll be removing month, I'll be removing day, and here you can see quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. But where are my years? So here you can see I am also interested to see what is the year associated with each of the quarter, like which of the year is associated with quarter 1 to quarter 4. So when you will click on this drop down, you can see quarter option over here, in which quarter two and year is also associated with each of the hierarchies. So I'll just click on this particular quarter, and you can see for each of the quarter, year is also associated right from 2014 quarter 1 right up to 2017 quarter number 4. So this is quite well with us. Now I want to see what is the performance of my profit over these years. So what I'll do, I'll just drag my profit into rows, and you can see a time series chart right from quarter number 1 in 2014 to quarter number 4 in 2017. That is the data available with us. Now here I want to see what is the forecasting for this particular thing. I want to see what is the forecast for next 2 years or next 5 quarters. So for that purpose, Tableau is providing an amazing feature of producing a forecast. So for that you just need to click on this analytics. Now there are n number of models which Tableau provides. Like you can also see what is the trend line. You can see the cluster. You can create the clusters for each of the data points. Then you can add some custom reference lines, and you can also produce the box plots. But now here we are interested in forecast. So I'll just bring my forecast and I'll just drag it into add a forecast, and you can see our forecast is ready for my profit. So the forecast is from 2017 quarter number 4 right up to quarter 4 in 2018. So it has directly given us forecast for next year, like it has given forecast for next 4 or 5 quarters. Now you can see Tableau has given us the forecast. Now you can change the parameters by which the Tableau has computed this forecast. You just need to right click and click on this forecast, and you can click on this forecasting options. Here you can choose the forecasting model. By default it's automatic. You can choose automatic without seasonality, or you can keep it custom, like if you want to keep the trend as additive or multiplicative, or even seasons like additive multiplicative. Now you can also change the forecast length. For now I'll just keep it automatic. Now you can change the forecast length. So by default, it has given us the forecast for next 5 quarters, as you can see over here. Now you can choose the forecast length, like I want to keep it to for 1 year or 2 year. You can see the forecast has been taken to 2019 as well, quarter number 3. You can change it to 3 years as well. Now it depends upon you. So for now I'll just keep it to 1. Now, one thing you'll observe, what is this dark blue and light blue line? So this dark blue line is basically the actual forecast indicated value, for that is the actual value of forecast. And this bright or the light blue line or the light blue bands over here are the prediction intervals. So you can change them accordingly. So for example, if you will keep 99%, accordingly the size of bands would increase. Or let's say you can change it to as per your convenience. Let's say I want to keep it 25%, and the bands would reduce its size accordingly. So I'll just keep it 95% by default. And even you can choose to enable or disable these prediction intervals. You can just click on this and our bands are disappeared. You can just enable it by clicking on this option, and our bands are enabled again. I'll just click on OK. Now, for example, this is fine. We are seeing a profit. We are seeing a forecast for profit for each of the quarters. We are getting a forecast. You can change the years as well. Now, what if in this single sheet, I want to see a forecast for profit, as well as I want to see the forecast for discount and quantity as well. So basically what we'll be doing is we'll be providing our users an option to select between profit, discount or quantity. So for example, our user selects quantity, automatically my y-axis will be changed to quantity, and likewise my visualization and forecast values will be changed as per quantity values. Now for example, user selects discount, the same will be reflected on our forecast and visualization with the discount values. So for that we need to create a parameter. So we'll just click on this drop down over here besides this source option. You can see a create parameter option, just click on it. Now you can name the parameter as per your convenience. For now, I'll just keep it parameter. And then in allowable values, we'll be clicking on list. So here we can create our custom list of values that user will select. So first value to select will be our profit. So user will be selecting from profit. Okay, why it's not changing? Oh, sorry, we just need to change the data type to string since we are entering the string values. So first option the user will be selecting will be from profit, then quantity, and finally discount. So the user can choose the values between profit, quantity, and discount. So we'll just click on OK. Now you can see our parameter is ready in this parameter option, and you can click on this drop down and select show parameter. As you can see, user can select between profit, quantity, and discount, but we haven't added any command which will change the y-axis from profit to quantity. Like we are selecting quantity over here, but our y-axis is not changing because we haven't added any command over here or the calculated field which will be running in backend. So for that, we'll just click on this analysis and click on this create calculated field. Now you can name this field as, let's say, parameter again. I just kept the same name in parameter and calculated field. Now, since we are dealing with parameter, there is some set of defined commands which we need to use in this calculated field. Now, since we are dealing with parameters, we'll be typing case, clicking on case and the parameter name. And now, instead of if else conditions, here the commands will be when, profit, then profit. So basically we are typing when the user selects profit, then they reflect the values of profit. I'll just copy this particular command for quantity and discount as well. And instead of profit, I'll just replace profit with quantity, then quantity, and finally replace profit with discount, then discount. And finally, we'll end this condition by typing end. And you can see our calculation is valid. So basically we are telling in backend that if the user selects profit, reflect the y-axis, replace the values in y-axis with profit. If the user is selecting quantity from these parameters, then reflect the values for quantity. And when the user selects discount, then reflect the values for discount. So we'll just click on OK. And instead of profit in this y-axis, we'll just replace this profit with parameter, which is our calculated field, and you can see our parameters available. So basically here our y-axis is quantity. So let's say if the user selects profit, you can see our chart has been changed to profit. Now let's say user selects discount, our chart has been reflecting the discount values. Now once we are done with this, what I'll do, I'll just disable these titles. I'll just disable the title for Y and as well as the X-axis. Now here in this title, I'll just type forecasting for, and instead I'll be keeping a dynamic value of the parameter selected. So forecasting for quantity, profit, this will be dynamic value as per the user selection of parameters. So here I'll just select the parameters and click on apply. So whatever user selects, so let's say user have selected discount, forecasting for discount will be appeared here. And let's say for example user selects quantity, Likewise, our quantity will be replaced, and same for profit. When user selects profit, our title will be changed accordingly and the values as well. So now one more thing, what I observed is you can see the years are not visible properly. Like we have 2014 Q2. This is not well as far as the presentation is concerned. So what I'll do, I'll just right click on this and click on edit access. Oh no, click on this and click on format. Now here you in this date, you can change the format of date you want to see in this x-axis. For example, if I'll just select this one, you can see the format has been reflected over here. Now, for example, if I choose the format as the month and the year, you can see the same format has been reflected here, like April 2014 and October 2018. But I just want APR, an abbreviation for April, that is APR 2014, or just 14. Like for example, in this October 2017, I just want to keep as OCT 17. So for that, what I'll do is I'll just click on this custom, and by default, as per the format selected, the format is M four times and Y four times. That represents the whole month and the year in YYYY format, that is 2014. Firstly, I'll just change the four Ys to two of these Ys. So only 14 will be there. Now to represent my month as abbreviations, I'll just replace four small m's with three capital M's. And you can see a abbreviated format of our months is appeared here, like April, October, and likewise. So this is done, and finally I'll just remove this grid lines rendering in background. For that, you just need to right click and click on format, and in this lines option you can see the grid lines are appeared in rows. I'll just click on none, and these lines are disappeared. Now time to add some additional features for your users. I'll just add region and filters so that user can select between all of these regions. So to select all these values, we just click on use all and click on OK. We'll also give a filter of segment. So I'll just click on use all to use all of these values like consumer, corporate, and home office. Just click on use all and click on OK. And I'll just bring all these filters, and instead of this I'll just select drop down, or let's say single value. So let's experiment these filters here and later take it to our dashboard. So for example, the user selects quantity, same values are reflected on our dashboard. And now let's say user is interested to see the performance or the quantity for the central region. He can just select the central, and as per that the forecast has been changed. Let's say the user is interested in the region east. Likewise, the forecast is changing, and let's say user is interested in home office section, and the values are reflected as per the selections. So our filters are perfect, our sheet is perfect. So let's bring all this into our single dashboard. Before jumping to our dashboard, one thing I forgot to tell is you can also change the color combinations. For example, you are interested in color red, you can change the actual and estimate colors as per. Let's say for example you are interested in red color, you can select this red gold option or just red option, and you can see a number of shades available in the red itself. So let's say I'll just click on this, a darker red for actual, and for estimate I'll just select this lighter shade of red, click on apply, and as per our dashboard color changes. For now I'll just keep it blue. Now for creating a dashboard, you just need to click on this new dashboard, and by default this layout will be there, which will be provided by Tableau. You just need to click on this drop down and click on automatic so that we can consume this whole space. Now here, since we have just one sheet, I'll just bring this sheet on this dashboard, and you can see all our filters are also available here. I'll just reduce the space, I'll just increase the space for our filters, and then I'll just bring on this labels on the top. and I'll just keep this segment as well as single value list. Meanwhile, I've just introduced this blank element so as to create some space on the top. Now I'll just click on this. I'll just change the color of my title, like by clicking on format title and changing the shading to black and keeping this text font as white and bold. Click on OK, and here I'll just align the space with my title. And then I'll just include the borders for each of the parameter and segments or these filters. For that, you just need to click on the right, you just need to right click and click on format filters and set controls. Here you can select the border and also you can change the color of your body and title. So just click on border and click on black so that our black borders will be appeared. Same for the parameters, click on format parameters and include border and forecast as well, this legends as well. Click on format legends and click on borders, and you can see the borders have been enabled for our labels, parameter and filters. And I'll just finally include the dashboard title as well. For title, I'll just mention forecasting tutorial. Click on OK and change the colors for title. I'll just keep it black. And for the sheet title, I'll just replace the color with a lighter shade of gray. And now you can choose any colors as you want for these filters and parameters as well. Also, you can change the color of this whole sheet by just right clicking, by just clicking on this dashboard section and click on format. And now you can change the color of this whole dashboard by clicking on this default as white to any other color as per your choice. For example, if you want to keep blue or let's say black, so you can choose anything. For now, I'll just click on this lighter shade, very lighter shade of gray, and that's it. So in the meanwhile, I just replace this dashboard color with a lighter shade of blue since we are using this particular color combination in our sheet. So for better user experience, I'll just click region as select region. I'll just and bring it to center. I'll just click select segment and bring it to center, and parameter will say user that select parameter, click on the center. I'll just bring it on center. And now let's see how it looks in presentation view. So this is how our dashboard looks like in presentation view. So this was all regarding this super simple dashboard where our primary focus was how we can use time series forecasting in Tableau. So we also saw how we can use parameters and toggle between different measure values like profit, quantity and discount. I didn't focus more on color combinations since we had different focus for this video. Yes, you can choose any color combinations as per your choice or client requirements. So this was all from my side. If you like this video, please do give a thumbs up and subscribe my channel if you haven't. Well, signing off for today. Stay safe, take care, and thank you so much for watching.